Well, hey, LTD family, welcome back for another episode of the Morning Huddle. It is the week of May 26th through June 1st. We're kicking off summer, and I'm Sam.
And I'm Renee.
And, hey, every week we love an opportunity to get better connected and learn a little bit more about our co-hosts. And so, Miss Renee, I know you have just a tremendous career journey, and I'd love to hear a little bit more from you about, where did your career in hospitality start? How did you find your way into the position you're in today?
Well, thank you, Sam. Again, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasurable journey with LTD, especially. And with spending over 7 years with LTD, I began at the Delta. And then after COVID, I was blessed to have the opportunity to work with the Chesapeake Four, our other beautiful properties in Chesapeake. I jumped in the hospitality industry in 1994, shortly after college, at a full service Holiday Inn in Dumfries, Quantico, Virginia. At that property, I started at the front desk. That management company was fluid and loved for us to interact with other departments and cross train. So one particular day, my GM approached me, and she always would compliment me with my interaction with guests and how I like to, service other departments and just my worth around a hotel. So she asked me one day, was I interested in sales? And I was looking like, oh, I hadn't thought about it. I just, just love interacting with the guests and supporting the team and sharing leads and doing all that fun stuff. So I was able to get trained up. They sent me to Marriott school. Well, during that time, Holiday Inn school. And with the property, we were growing and building new Marriott. So, of course, I was a sales manager for 3 or 4 different properties at that time. And a military wife would travel up and down the East Coast. The management company was continuing to grow. And I had opportunity to be an area sales manager and an AGM for Follow Hospitality Hotels during that time. I took a 8-year hiatus. I had an opportunity from a client at the hotel that was working, that was a long-term client, actually. Just, of course, in my skills and worth servicing the guests, servicing our team, just interactive. And they offered me an event marketing position for Department of Army. So I worked there for 8 years, and unfortunately with funding crisis, almost like now, our program got cut, and I found LTD Hospitality.
Beautiful. I love
it. Brings me here right today. So,
man, I love to hear those stories. They're my favorite stories because every time we get to hear about people's journey, how they got into hospitality, hearing, that they maybe started as a front desk associate or started in one of our other departments. It's so neat to see the exponential opportunities that this industry affords all of us. So thank you so much for sharing that, Mr. Renee. I'm sure I believe so strongly that you've encouraged or inspired somebody out there to explore, do a little bit more of that cross training and see, what the future might hold. So
I had a funny nugget with that. So that management company, like I said, just was growing and had properties coming up all over the place. So the signature with that company that kind of, enforced us to just kind of think guests first, think your team members. We're all just one collective family. We had to wear buttons every day that would say, "We love guests."
Yes.
Every manager, every associate, everything on the property, and just get our name out there that way. So just, walking into the industry, just like with such a powerful impact like that, just had me programmed like, guests, and then loving my team members. And like I said, I'm blessed to just be back right where I started at right today.
I love that. Yeah. Well, and speaking of our guests first, first we do not want to let this moment pass us by. It is Memorial Day, and this is a day that is set
Yes,
aside to honor all of those who have served. And I know that we have so many associates within our organization who are veterans who have served in
yes,
our armed forces, and we do not want to pass up an opportunity to express our deepest gratitude, and
yes.
not just to those who have served, but also to we've got spouses and kiddos who are um, part of
Yes.
that family, and who have also served in their own way and still sacrificed so much
Sacrifice. Yes.
for all of us. And so happy Memorial Day, and
Happy Memorial Day.
thank you to, again, all of those who have served. And of course, don't let the day pass you by. We have so many members of our guests that are in our hotels each and every day who either are currently serving or have served. So please take some time out of your day or out of your week this week to just say thank you,
Yes,
because it really and truly is an extraordinary sacrifice. So.
yes, yes.
All right, well, back onto our guest focus. We're talking a little bit more about summer and the not so frequent guests that's starting
Yes.
to come into the hotel. And so, Renee, I would love to hear, again, you have such a wealth of experience. What have you found to be some of the biggest differences with the leisure guests versus the business traveler, maybe? And how do you suggest the hotels prepare and communicate with these guests?
Yes, exactly what we're showing here. Anticipate questions before they ask, slow down and connect, speak the guest language, skip the jargon so they can
Mhm.
kind of understand if we're on the same page and understanding each other, and elevate their experience. Will be also their guide and just not their host. With the non so frequent guests in our summer months, particularly, we get families.
Yes.
They basically have a different profile. The families will come on vacation, they may come for a wedding, they may come for a vacation with the children. So
Mhm.
they're going to ask for maps to Target, maybe for swimming suits,
Mhm.
just some tools that are a little different than our daily operations. Of course, the summer guests may be looking for pool park. Of course, all of our hotels have wonderful pools, so they definitely want to embrace and need to know the pool hours.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
and also water is always going to be a trigger, and snacks in all of our pantries, because the kiddos are going to be running back and forth with the pool entries and with their parents, and we just make it such a fun experience. So I like to know summer guests will take us to that not so frequent traveler guests. Our wedding clients, they're looking for information details, and may be looking for their venue that's not on location, so it will also just be helpful if we just have maps and just certain tools for the area available to accommodate those guests.
Yeah, I love that. I think, again, you are the subject matter expert. You get to be their guide, and so being that expert and knowing all the cool hot spots, the cool restaurants, so we can make
Yes,
good recommendations. I think that is so important. And again, these are our guests who are spending their hard-earned dollars on a vacation, and
yes,
we want to do our absolute best to make sure that they are getting the value that they deserve. So
yes.
thank you for everything everyone is doing in the hotels to make sure that these guests have such a wonderful stay.
Experience, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, well, again, we love to celebrate. We are always about celebrating,
Yes.
and we have some fun pictures to share. We've got Autumn and Keisha, who went to the Newport News Tourism and Travel Week, and
Nice.
they represented our wonderful restaurant, Burger Theory. And
Yeah.
then, of course, we love to celebrate our employees of the month and employees of the quarter. And this week, we're celebrating Amina, who was our employee of the quarter at the DoubleTree Columbia. And I can say personally, I have experienced Amina's hospitality, and she is best in class. So thank you, Amina, and thank you, Autumn and
Yeah.
Keisha, for representing LTD and your hotels so wonderfully.
Very
And
nice.
now we get to jump into our birthdays.
It's time.
We'll start on May 27th. We have 5 birthdays. We've got Dondre at the Holiday Inn Express Chesapeake. We have Brenda at the Aloft Chesapeake. We've got George at the Doubletree in Columbia, Shanice at our Spring Hill Suites in Norfolk, and Alexis also at our Spring Hill Suites in Norfolk. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. On May 28th, we have Tamika Dills at the Residence Inn Chesapeake and Miss Crystal Wilson at our Holiday Inn Newport News. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, you guys. We've got May 30th, Miss Angela Stewart at the Spring Hill Suites in Norfolk. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. June 1st, Shanta Smith at Spring Hill Suites, Norfolk as well. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And now we're jumping into our work anniversaries, and we've got some big ones to celebrate. So I'm so excited to do that.
Nice.
We're going to start with our biggest one. May 27th, Scott Garrett is celebrating 30 years of service.
Amazing.
I'm going to say that again. 30 years of service at the Doubletree, Columbia. Scott, thank you so much. And then we also have Miss Destiny at the Super Chicks in Chesapeake celebrating 1 year.
Yay. Happy work anniversary for May 28th. We have Miss Deanne Reyes at the Holiday Inn Newport News, 1 year.
Happy birthday. We've got May 29th, Julian Fairfield in Williamsburg celebrating 13 years of service. Another big milestone there. And Anthony West, thank you so much for your 1 year of service at the Spring Hill Suites in Chesapeake.
Yes, happy work anniversary. Also, latter part of this month, we have May 30th for Mr. James Coleman, Spring Hill Suites, Chesapeake, 3 years. Miss Tashawn Cherry, also Spring Hill, Chesapeake, 1 year. Miss Janie Collier, Doubletree, Columbia, 2 years. And Miss Autumn LaBelle, Holiday Inn, Newport News, 7 years. Happy work anniversary, guys.
Happy work anniversary. And then May 31st, we have Vernita Johnson at the Delta Chesapeake celebrating 2 years of service. Thank you, Vernita.
June 1st, we have Bill Kleebler, Spring Hill Suites, Norfolk, 10 years. Thank you, Bill.
10 years. That's a tremendous milestone, Bill. We are so thankful. He's also a member of our Talent and Culture Committee. So he is really a big part of helping drive a lot of the initiatives that go on within the organization. We are celebrating what an incredible group of celebrations from 1 year to 30 years. We are thankful. We're thankful for every minute that you guys spend in service to your team and to our guests. So thank you all for everything you do.
Thank you, team. Yes.
And now we get to celebrate our star player of the week. And I'm so excited to announce Mr. Nate Phillips, who is our Assistant General Manager at the Spring Hill Suites in Chesapeake.
Nate Phillips, Assistant GM, Samantha says Spring Hill Suites Chesapeake. Nate received an excellent review from a guest. Nate offered superb service for my mother-in-law's 75th Motown party. They accommodated our family, our event, and we are super appreciative of their consistency to ensure her day was perfect. Be blessed for such superior service. It's honestly rare these days. From Miss Sean Langford. Yes. And that was submitted by James Coleman, the GM at the Spring Hill Suites Chesapeake.
Well, Nate, we are so thankful for everything you do each and every day in the hotel, not only to service our guests, but to lead our team. And you are leading the way by offering and providing such a high level of service. And I know that each and every event is so special to each person. And so thank you for making sure that this event was incredibly special to this mother-in-law and to the entire family. So thank you, Nate, for everything you're doing there. And for that, a $50 gift card is coming your way. And with that, we are going to jump into our Spanish word of the week. And Miss Renee, we've got a softball this week, and I like it, and I'm not mad about it.
Exactly. So the Spanish word of the week is superior, but for the Spanish translations is superior.
Superior. And that is the type of service we like to provide. So that is our challenge for each and every one of you week, to offer a superior level of service and interaction with all of our guests. And with that, we will close out our huddle this week. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. We are jumping into summer and we are all excited. So let's lean in
and get better together.